Good morning, children. We are dealing with the topic, why do we need parliament? Already in Zoom classes and other classes we had learned what is parliament, what constitute parliament, which are the two houses of parliament. All these we have already dealt with. So now we will be dealing with how a national government is formed, then how our parliament works, then what is question hour, what is 0 hour, what is the need for parliament. All this we will be dealing with in this session. Now already you learned parliament is the powerful body, it is a powerful body with immense power, isn't it? It is a body with lot of powers. Now the members of parliament who are actually the representatives of people, they are this parliament it's the most important organ in a democratic setup. Now, how a national government is being formed, or how is the national government formed? So, after the election to Lok Sabha, or after conducting elections in Lok Sabha, after the election results are being announced, a list is being prepared, a list of the candidates or the list of the MPs belonging to each and every political party is being prepared. So, for a political party to form government, already you learned they must secure a majority of votes, isn't it? They have to secure majority votes in the election. So, the total membership of Lok Sabha is 545, that means 535 elected members from states and union territories and 2 members being nominated by the president. Now, if it is the constitution or if it is the composition of the members of Lok Sabha, then the party should secure at least half the number, that is it should secure at least 272 or more of the majority. Then if such a majority is being received by any political party, then that party will be forming a national government. So, this is how a national government is being formed. Now, how does our parliament work? Now, the Indian parliament has to have, or Indian parliament which constitutes of the president and the 2 houses of the parliament, you already learned, they should constitute at least 3 sessions. What do you mean by session? They will be conducting 3 sessions in a year. They will be meeting together for the purpose of discussions 3 times a year. So, what is a session? So, a session is a period during which the house conducts meetings. Meetings are being conducted here. Such meetings or such meetings are being summoned and the meetings are being closed down by the president himself, who is the head of the parliament. So, such 3 sessions are being conducted, 3 meetings are conducted, which includes the budget session, a monsoon session and a winter session. So, there is a gap between not more than 6 months for conducting different sessions. So, before the meeting is being conducted, the first or the meeting starts or the meeting begins with the addressing of the president. So, there is a fixed time period. So, these are all fixed. So, the first session of every meeting is called as the question hour. You call it as the question hour. So, the first hour of every sitting of the parliament is called as the question hour, and it is during this question hour that the minister answers or the minister's answers to the questions that is sent in advance by the MPs. So, that hour or that moment is called as the question hour. Now, the next is the 0 hour, that is the 0 hour is the time between the question hour and the beginning of the rest of the day's work, and this session is very important, or this time period is very important because all the debates and issues over public interest are being done during the 0 hour. That means all discussions take place during the 0 hour. Now, why do we need a parliament? What is the need for having a parliament? So, we need a parliament to select and control the government and executive. Then lawmaking, for the purpose of making laws for the entire country, we need a body, you call it as the parliament. Then all the finances or all the national finances are being controlled by the parliament. Then it has certain judicial functions, electoral functions, as well as all the amendments that is being done by the constitution can be made or can be done only with the approval of the parliament. So we will deal with one by one why or what is the role of parliament. The first one is to select and control the government or executive. The parliament, as told, it comprises of the president, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. So after the election is being conducted, the parliament tries to elect the executives in the government. The next process that is being done is to select the executives. Now the parties or the like-minded parties which are possible or which are able to be getting majority in the parliament, they unite together to form a government. So once the government is being formed, the next task or the next work is to exercise control over the government. So this parliament, while the parliament is in session, I already told, it begins with the question hour where the ministers are answerable to the members of the parliament. So every meeting is being started with a question hour. So this question hour is very important for controlling the executive. So the executive can be controlled. It is in control because of the question, because we have the first session or the beginning session which you call as the question hour. So by asking questions to the government, the government will always be alert to the shortcomings. They will be knowing that whatever shortcomings are there, they will be questioned during the question hour by the MPs. So the question hour, during the question hour or by asking question, the government always becomes alert of what are their shortcomings, and they are also aware or they also know the opinion of the people through such a question hour, because these representatives of the parliament will be putting forward questions to the ministers. Now the opposition party will also be having a crucial role to play here. So all the matters that is being related to finance is being discussed in the parliament, and this MPs also have a very important role in controlling and guiding the government also, as well as the executive. Now what is the law making function of parliament? How are laws being made? So you will be dealing with this in detail in the coming chapters of your textbook. So you will be having an outline of what is the role of parliament in making laws. So for making laws for the state, we have the state legislature, and for making laws for the entire country, we have the parliament. So the constitution has divided lawmaking powers into the parliament as well as the state legislature. So the parliament has the sole right to frame laws, to amend laws, or it is the only authority which has the power to repeal the laws if necessary. And see, all the laws related to the union list, that means it includes around 97 subjects included in the union list. So what is a list? List is something that shows the powers, the division of powers between the state government, central government and the local government. So division of powers is being enlisted in the form of a list. That is, 3 lists are there: union list, state list and concurrent lists, or subjects which are not included in any of this list comes under the residuary subject. So that is related to list. So all the powers that are, or all the subjects that are constituted in the union list, which includes subjects like defense, then foreign affairs is there, then railways is there, post and telegraph, airways, shipping, all this come under the union list. So related to this subjects, all amendments can be made, all laws can be framed only by the parliament or by the union government. Now next is, the parliament can make laws on subjects that are mentioned in the concurrent list. So this concurrent list include marriage, then divorce is there, marriage and divorce is there, then education is there, then electricity, all this come under the concurrent list. So laws related to all these subjects are being made by the parliament. Now in certain cases, the parliament also enact laws on the subjects that are mentioned in the state list also. Then residuary powers I already told, which doesn't come under the control of either the union list or the state list. So such residuary subjects also have, or it's solely under the control of the parliament or the union government. So, this is just an outline of lawmaking procedure of the parliament, which you will be learning in detail in the coming chapters. So, the next three powers or role of functions of parliament you will be dealing in the next class. Thank you.